An active Friday afternoon. We have a current warning in place, tracking storms the rest of your afternoon, evening, and a look into the weekend coming up.
All right, Brandon, also today, first at 4, a local man just walking through an alley ends up dead. We're tracking the investigation into what went wrong. A lot of people are talking about this video right here, how this BMW fell 7 stories. Paula?
What's behind this fence right here? You know what, honestly, we could have gotten a couple of thousand screaming fans, but it was just for the vets. Just for the vets.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good Friday afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali. First at 4, it looks like our string of beautiful summer days coming to a stormy end. Take a look right now at the radar live. We've had some thunderstorm warnings and also reports of hail. Let's get right over to Brandon Rue. Brandon, what's going on out there?
We've had reports of quarter to $half sized hail. A lot of the warnings and issues north of the downtown Detroit area, and the active warning right now across southern and central Sanilac County here, and this one goes until 4:45 the rest of the afternoon here. Severe thunderstorm warning for more hail and the potential for some damaging wind. You see this cell right here south of Sandusky, and it is moving east at about 25 miles an hour. Crosswell, Lexington, Port Sanilac here within the next 20 minutes in the path, with lightning, heavy wind in spots, soaking downpours that can cause some real issues. Those winds and hail, though, the primary threats for our severe weather. Another couple of cells developing right on the Lapeer-Oakland County line, so we'll continue watching that as they race across and south of I-69. You can see out in Livingston County near Howell, another one blossoming there. Downtown, we've had some issues here as well. This is going to continue, Sandra, for the next couple of hours, and certainly we'll break in with any new warnings and any problems out there. It's just eyes to the skies Friday afternoon.
Thank you, Brandon. We are following breaking news right now out of Harper Woods. That's where a police officer is now facing drug charges. Officer John Burnett facing 1 count of using a controlled substance. His bond now set at $7,500 with conditions of no drug or alcohol use. He is, in fact, suspended without pay. He is due in court again later this month. We're gathering more information. We're going to have a live update for you on this story coming up tonight at 5. In other news, a man and woman were both shot and killed early this morning on the city's west side, and now investigators are trying to figure out exactly what happened. Neighbors say a small gathering was broken up when someone showed up and just started shooting, killing 25-year-old Andrea Gardner and a 25-year-old man as well. Some witnesses say it was random. Others say it all stemmed from an argument. Police are hoping anyone with information does come forward. Shifting to the city's east side now, that's where a man was found burning in an alley with a live electrical wire wrapped around his body. We're told police got a call right around 8:30 this morning for a body on fire. This was in an alley off Doble Street in the area of McNichols and Van Dyke. Police say that man stepped on the wire by mistake, and now investigators are trying to figure out exactly what happened, but they are calling it a tragic accident. DTE, in fact, releasing a statement saying in part, and this is a quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the individual's family and friends. We're working with local authorities to investigate the circumstances surrounding this tragic incident." 3 men are now facing murder charges in a drive-by shooting which killed a 14-year-old girl and injured her older brother. It happened on Detroit's east side. 19-year-old Robert Moore, 24-year-old Dwayne Sharp, and 19-year-old Anthony Rogers, all charged with first-degree murder, including several other charges in connection to the shooting death of 14-year-old Jamisha McWilliams earlier this month. They're all due back in court later this month. Just weeks before school starts, Huron Valley Schools is closing 3 of its buildings because of a, quote, potential environmental concern. A notice was posted on the district's Facebook page. White Lake Township officials notified the district about that concern. The district closing Lakeland High School, White Lake Middle School, and Lakewood Elementary. That's until further notice. We do have a crew working on this story, trying to get some more information. We're going to have a live update for you coming up on Local 4 News starting at 5 o'clock. Moving on now to international news, a dangerous game of chicken continues between President Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un. More threats and also a new presidential tweet. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom now tracking all this back and forth and also where things stand right now. Kimberly?
Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon to you. The world is watching as these two leaders take us to the edge of possible military conflict. It's been a full week of threats and tough talk, and President Trump was on Twitter this morning tweeting, quote, "Military solutions are now fully in place, locked and loaded should North Korea act unwisely. Hopefully Kim Jong-un will find another path," end quote. President Trump has been arguing previous U.S. presidents did not do enough to take on North Korea, and clearly he's taking a different approach. Meanwhile, North Korea is continuing its propaganda efforts with a huge rally in the capital city of Pyongyang. Today, thousands of college students rallied against the United States. But remember, they get all their information from the tightly controlled state-run media. It's not independent as it is here in the U.S. Now, over in Guam, the island that's targeted for possible attack by North Korea, residents there are receiving a list of preparations for a possible nuclear attack. Among other advice, it urges residents to find concrete shelters, lie flat, and avoid looking directly at the blast. While most military experts are still calling an attack on Guam unlikely, North Korea's military says it will have a plan in place by mid-August, and then it's up to Kim Jong-un to decide whether to pull the trigger. Sandra, we are keeping a close eye on the situation, and we'll bring you more details as they develop. For now, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kimberly. As President Trump continues his working vacation, take a look here. This is the scene back at the White House. The West Wing undergoing a massive renovation right now. Outside, you can see cranes and other trucks. Inside, you can see workers. They're putting in this new carpet. They're also painting and upgrading the wiring there in the presidential home. Staffers have been moved to the nearby executive office building while the renovation is underway. Well, speaking of renovations, you're about to see an amazing gift for some local veterans. This is the result of a big community effort, and a country music star was part of the celebration.
Imagine a dirt road full of potholes, with a creek bank and some cane poles, catching channel cat.
That is Easton Corbin. His appearance at Vets Returning Home in Roseville was very hush-hush this afternoon, but our Paula Tutman was there. She shows us the big project designed for veterans who need a helping hand.
Sandra, Vets Returning Home really wanted to keep this under wraps because this is really kind of a congested part of Roseville. Right off of I-696, Costco over there, lots and lots of traffic on Gratiot, and they really didn't want 10 to 20,000 screaming fans when they found out that Easton Corbin was going to be here. They really just wanted this just for the vets. And by the way, what's behind me right here? That's just for the vets, and that's what makes this so great. Everyone said the same thing about the backyard of the Vets Returning Home building in Roseville.
This place was a pile of gray-brown dirt.
The nonprofit that takes care of homeless vets does everything it can to take care of the men and women who serve us and come home only to be homeless.
And they're really struggling to pull their lives back together. And then you see them out here, which looked like a graveyard, you know? It wasn't something they enjoyed.
It just didn't sit well with Eric Herbert, who wanted to serve but couldn't.
I'm colorblind. I'm red-green colorblind. So back in the day, it was a little harder for guys in red-green being colorblind to serve. My dad served. My grandfather served in World War II. So this is my way of giving back.
And because of that deep hurt and the feeling that the words homeless and vet just don't make sense to anyone, Herbert pulled Ram Nation in and country music's Easton Corbin, and together they changed that pile of dirt into something else entirely. For several days, a small plank of concrete and nothing have been in the process of being transformed. And after you build a bench, you croon on it.
Imagine a dirt road full of potholes, with a creek bank and some cane poles, catching channel cat. I'm a little more country than that.
You know, it's one of those things that you really don't know what those guys go through, because it's something that you know, I never was in the military or anything, so you know what those guys experienced over there, I can't imagine. And so that's something that, you know, your heart goes out to those guys.
Loving you is fun.
They're excited. There's a place where they can actually rest and be at peace with themselves.
Of course, Easton Corbin is performing in town tonight, but how wonderful that he made this his first stop. Sandra?
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first of 4, new testimony in the Taylor Swift groping trial. Today, her former bodyguard is on the stand. Is he backing up her story? But up first, the story of a BMW that fell 7 stories and how the parking garage is trying to stop similar accidents from happening in the future.
Convicted killer. Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
No, it's not the real Foreigner, but these guys are going to be on stage with Foreigner tonight. We'll tell you the whole story coming up.
All right, Jason, first at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines across America on this Friday, and we start in Indianapolis. That's where a quick-thinking state trooper rescued 2 crash victims. They were trapped in this horrifying wreckage you see here. It happened early this morning on Interstate 465, which loops all the way around the city. When the trooper got there, he found 2 people trapped inside that mangled car. He pulled them out through the windows. Amazingly, they weren't seriously hurt, suffering only some cuts and scrapes. Testimony continues at the Taylor Swift groping trial, and here's the very latest from Denver. The attorney for the DJ accused of groping the singer has now rested his case. His last witness was the ex-girlfriend of the DJ David Mueller. She testified she was there during the photo session in question and that she didn't see anything happen. But a former Swift bodyguard says he saw the grope happen. He actually saw Mueller grope Swift. That's what he testified. Swift's attorney could ask for a ruling that Mueller didn't prove his case. Of course, we will definitely keep you posted. And watch this newly released video here very closely. The SUV was about to turn around in an alley. He heard a noise. The driver heard a noise. He hit the brakes. There he goes. And then this happened. Look at that. It's a BMW, and it actually fell from a parking deck in Austin, Texas, from 7 stories above. Incredibly here, the driver in that SUV was fine. The woman in the BMW, she suffered injuries. Police say she hit the gas pedal instead of the brakes. The owner of the garage has now installed plastic barriers to prevent any future accidents like that one. Boy, that video is dramatic.
The airbags and seat belts, the technology,
I know.
Where would we be without it?
Can't even think about that.
Man.
Boy, what an afternoon today.
Different kind of activity falling from the sky here. It is much needed rain, but it's Friday and some of these storms are a little on the strong side. We are currently looking at a post-deluge downtown. We had a super soaker right through downtown. Some much needed rain, but sometimes a little too much, too fast. But it is clearing out, at least temporarily. 77 degrees and humid, 76% humidity, feels like 79, and that's going to stick around here for the next couple of hours at least. Here's a look at the deluge that came down through the area from Dearborn all the way through the heart of downtown. We've got a lot of road construction out there. I know the crews were frantically trying to get away from that, even parts of southern Macomb County. But a bulk of the activity through this afternoon has been well north. All of the warnings, northern Oakland, Macomb earlier, and now it's Sanilac County until 4:45. Severe thunderstorm warning here for the potential of still some real dangerous gusty winds. You can see the lightning tracker is on. We're tracking that dangerous lightning and hail that could be $quarter to maybe $half size. Those are the reports that we have been getting. And if you are in the path of this, Carsonville, Port Sanilac, and Sanilac, it is not looking great right now for the next 20 minutes or so, but that is it as far as current warnings. I anticipate we'll see a couple of more of these as you see some pretty strong cells that continue to fire behind a cold front. So if you have plans to head to the Tiger game tonight, temperatures should be all right. Between 6 and 8 o'clock, still tracking some scattered storms in the area. Maybe some minor delays just from preparations and everything else being delayed delayed from these storms, but we get the game in tonight. Certainly by 8 o'clock, things will be improving. Need this cold front to barrel through. It has been the spark for these storms, as warm and humid as it is, just as the model data had sort of predicted here for us. There's 9 o'clock, and you can see everything really beginning to subside. So tomorrow's temperatures, we start out around 60 degrees in the morning. We're going to have some residual clouds around and cooler air behind this cold front, only getting into the middle 70s. Can't rule out an isolated shower or two. These are going to be more like sprinkles in the area through the afternoon hours. Sunday looks really nice, back up toward 80 degrees, and most of next week pretty dry until late Thursday or Friday, Sandra. So again, depending on if your glass is half full, half empty, we need this rain out there this afternoon. Just be careful.
All right. Thank you, Brandon. Choosing a college major, we all know it's a big deal. Still ahead, some of the most unusual college courses we've ever heard about, including a school that offers a degree in bagpiping. Yeah, we're not kidding. We'll talk about that. Also, Hollywood stars share stories about how they spent their first big paychecks, including one singer's expensive mistake. We'll be right back. Sometimes it's really hard to remember big Hollywood stars were once just like us until, of course, they got their big break. Recently, some popular celebrities were asked what they bought with that first big paycheck. Rapper LL Cool J says he bought his mom a car with his first big check, and then he bought her a house with the next big check. Country star Carrie Underwood, she's a little embarrassed to admit she spent $1,200 on a sweatshirt. She says she didn't realize it was really that expensive. But the most popular splurge item is something car-loving Detroiters will definitely appreciate.
First splurge, probably a car. Bought myself a car. A Fiat Panda. They don't make them anymore.
First big splurge. Jeep Wranglers with the top that would come off, and I got a banging system put in it. I loved it.
I use it to put a down payment on a 1960 Oldsmobile convertible.
Well, there is nothing like your first grown-up car. That's something we can all relate to. Celebrities, of course, are just like us. Many teenagers heading to college this month, and they might be deciding on a major. USA Today recently found some very unusual options. Can you believe some students major in bagpiping? That musical major has been available at Carnegie Mellon University for the last 75 years. You can also major in Canadian studies at Duke University in North Carolina. And in England, you can get a degree studying the significance of the Beatles. Of course, that's offered at Liverpool Hope University. Well, finally, we are in the final days of the annual Vote for the Best contest, and we've already counted more than 420,000 votes for your favorite local businesses in a variety of categories. For example, the vote for Best Donut Shop, this one is very, very close. Donutville USA in Dearborn right now has the lead, but Avon Donuts in Pontiac and Yum Yum Donuts in Lincoln Park, both fighting for second. Right now, Avon has the slight edge, so of course, as we've been telling you, every vote counts. And you can vote once per hour until Sunday night at 11. Just go to clickondetroit.com before that deadline to make your vote count. We're going to be revealing some of the big winners right here, first at 4 on the week of August 21st. Still ahead, a back-to-school treat for you today, how local police officers are helping some kids get ready for the new school year in style.
There are headlines and questions that you have no doubt seen. Should a police officer have fired his or her gun? Was the shooting justifiable? And those conversations become the training questions. Was it done properly? Could they have been trained better?
Cadets, this will be a skill builder.
Drop the hammer now. Come to me.
Well, that conversation is now moving from the classroom into high-tech simulators like this.
Come on, this way. It forces them to make a decision. At what point am I justified in taking a life to save a life?
Tonight on Local 4 News at 11, the high-tech simulator that is changing the way cadets are trained.
Our client.
Finally today, first at 4, a back-to-school shopping spree with a twist.
Good one, yeah. Some lucky students enjoyed a little day of shopping. It was called Shop with a Hero this morning in Dearborn Heights. Police officers took 20 children to stock up on the supplies that they need for their class.
And they used a police escort to get to the Target store on Ford Road. Our photographer was actually there, Norm Fairhurst. He was there along with them. He asked the kids what they were looking forward to buying the most.
Probably like some new school clothes, school shoes. To getting school toys.
School toys, yeah.
Like some things that have pandas on them and cats.
Pandas and cats. So is that all the rage now in what, 6th grade? Pandas and cats?
Yeah.
Target, by the way, provided a $2,000 gift card to fund the shopping spree, which is fantastic.
Backpacks, bookbinders,
pandas and
clothes.
cats. It's also exciting.
Oh my. I'm going to be tracking radar. We'll be back here at 5.
We'll see you then. Thanks so much for joining us today, First at 4.